everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Misha and I make videos all about sustainability and vegan lifestyle. And today I'm going to be doing some meal prepping. So I have some vegetables and some fruits around the house that I really need to cut up and get in the freezer or do something with. So I'm going to get those going, and I'm also going to put together some different meals, snacks, desserts, everything that I can think of, and just try to knock out as much as I can. So I thought I'd bring you along with me and show you what it looks like when I have a vegan meal prep. So here we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna start with is I'm gonna chop up these tomatoes and peppers. I have about this much every other day that I'm pulling out of the garden, and all of my summer tomatoes I cut up and I froze for crock-pot soups and different recipes, and they lasted me the entire winter. So I'm hoping that is the same for this winter. So I'm hopefully gonna have enough storage room in the freezer after I cut all these up. Let's do it. So as I'm cutting these up, I'm really realizing that I need to learn how to can, because I'm definitely gonna run out of room in my freezer. But I have been slacking quite a bit lately and have had a handful of things in my fridge go bad. So I definitely want to get these all cut up and put in the freezer so they don't go to waste. Okay, so now that I have all the tomatoes and the peppers cut up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some onion as well as some cilantro and parsley. I do usually make falafel probably like every other month or so, or as we need it essentially. So we're running a little low on that, but I don't think I'm gonna get to it today. So I'm just gonna cut up the fresh cilantro and parsley down to the stem and bag it up and put it in the freezer so that when I am ready to make it, it'll be ready for me. Cutting up onion and pepper ahead of time makes making a dinner at night so much easier, so you don't have to do all the prep work. I wish I'd been doing this for so much longer than this. And if you have a tip to stop yourself from crying when you're cutting onions, please link it in the comments below. I do want to mention that I have not bought a ziploc or plastic bag in about 4 years, so every bag that you see in this video is reused. Now I apologize because my camera died, so you'll only be able to see part of this process, but this was me prepping the no-bake cookies. So here you'll see me melting everything down, adding in the peanut butter, and then finally adding in the oatmeal and putting them on my silicone baking sheets to cool. Okay, now as you can see here, I'm cutting up some extra firm tofu. I drained the liquid from it, and now I am just going to marinate in a couple different dressings here. So this first dressing that I'm using is sun-dried tomato. I am poking some holes into the tofu so that the marinade sets in really well, and with the second, I'm going to do some barbecue. I decided to put them all on a silicone baking sheet and roast them up all together, but you can certainly put them in the air fryer or pan fry them as well. Now you can eat these any way you want. We decided to have them with some potatoes and corn as barbecue steaks for one night, and then I actually cut some up and put some on my spaghetti for the next night. Okay, so now that I have all my veggies chopped up, I'm gonna go ahead and make what I call my chickpea chicken buffalo egg roll wraps. The brand Nasoya has a version of an egg roll that's actually vegan, so I'm gonna use that. I should be able to freeze these as well. I've never had to because we just eat them up pretty quick. But I mix it in with chickpeas so that it will go a little bit further. These are the ingredients that I'm gonna use. So very, very simple. I thawed out the chicken pieces already because those were frozen. I'm gonna drain these and mash them, and then that'll be my chicken mixture. And then I'm gonna just throw in some mild buffalo sauce with some vegan mayonnaise and fill them up with the egg roll wraps. If you have cabbage or maybe like chopped up celery or something, you can throw that in. I hate celery, and I also kind of hate cabbage, so that's not gonna be going in mine, but just a tip if you wanted to add a little bit more green to this for yourself. Now I decided to chop up the chicken and pan fry it for a little while before I mixed it all together. I just put some simple seasonings in here as well as this chickenless seasoning salt, and it was good to go. As you can see, after I mashed my chickpeas, I put the chicken in with it. I added probably a tablespoon or two of each, the buffalo mix and the mayo, and then I wrapped it all up. Now I have used just chickpeas in this before, but I think the chicken gives it a little bit better of a texture. You can use 2 cans of chickpeas with 1 bag of chicken, which is what I wish I would have done. But regardless, these are so delicious. You definitely need to try them. Like after you air fry them for about 10 minutes. If you don't like them this crispy, obviously you can air fry them for less. And then you can dip them in whatever you choose. Blue cheese is commonly used with buffalo, so I thought I would use that, but you can use sour cream with dill or ranch or whatever you want. Next up is my homemade ranch dressing. My mom actually found this recipe a little while ago and I've altered it a little bit. I'm going to do a full recipe on this soon, but it is amazing and definitely something that helped me transition over to a plant-based diet. If you're a ranch lover and put it on everything, keep an eye out for a future video. This is how much pancake mix that my husband left after the last time he made something. So I'm going to go ahead and make some more pancake mix and then make some breakfast muffins. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make some breakfast muffins, some savory ones. I do have a savory breakfast video that I'll link, but we've never tried this chorizo that's seitan from Upton's before. So I thought I'd cook some of this up with some onions and pepper. And then I'm gonna put it in like a pancake mix and make breakfast muffins with a little bit of cheese and some other seasonings. See these frozen onions and peppers already making an appearance and making it a little bit easier on me. Now you can use store-bought pancake mix or just find a recipe to make your own, but I used about 3.5 to 4 cups of the pancake mix for 2 dozen muffins. So again, in this recipe, I just used some simple all seasonings and then put some extra cheese in there, mixed it all up and filled out my tins. Then into the oven they went for about 20 to 25 minutes at 350. Put a little cheese on the top to make it look all cute. Here's the final product. Looking pretty good. Okay, it has been a long day, but I'm gonna make one more recipe. I'm gonna make a puppy chow, and the flavor of the puppy chow is called chocolate cake mix. Or chocolate cake batter, I think it is. So I already had all the ingredients, so that's the one that I went with. There's plenty of different flavors that you can do, and I'll link the recipe down below as well. Now, I picked this recipe because it had literally like 6 ingredients and it turned out amazing, but the link that I'll share has plenty of different options that you can choose from with like 12 or 15 different flavors, so definitely check it out. Okay, as a final overview, we have the chorizo breakfast muffins, we got puppy chow, it's cake batter flavor, got my cut up tomatoes. I made a whole gallon of what I showed you. These are the frozen buffalo chicken wraps. I got my cilantro and my parsley here ready for falafel. I cut up a couple onions so they're ready to go when I want to make a quick dinner. Same with the peppers. I got ranch to last this the next month or so. Got the marinated tofu and what's left of the no-bake. So there you have it. All right, I gave you a nice little hodgepodge of just about everything. I don't do a meal prep very regularly, probably like once a month, but it definitely helps out for the next couple weeks when I do it. And I'm so glad that I was able to get that much stuff done today. So if you like this type of content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Truth is, I stopped because I didn't have any more bowls or utensils. Help! Did you like the breakfast muffins?
See.
What'd you like about them?
They were warm and tasty, and they had little balls of chorizo in them, and that was tasty. And then I took sour cream and I dunked it in a little bit of sour cream, so I had like that warm cold combo. That was tasty. I like the way that I can chew them. Some breakfast foods you can't really chew, you know, it's like porridge or oatmeal, you just kind of swallow it. I'm not really a swallower myself.